the 70s were a time of social and political change, they were also an era where the cost of living seemed to be on a different scale, and many everyday items were considerably more affordable. From gas prices that wouldn't break the bank to housing costs that were a fraction of today's rates, join us as we take a trip down memory lane and explore 20 things that were way cheaper in the 1970s. In the 1970s, gas prices were only $0.36 per gallon, which, considering inflation, is about $2.22 today. However, since then, various factors have led to a noticeable increase in gas prices.
In the Dallas area today, dealers raised prices to more than 40 cents a gallon.
This includes higher costs of crude oil, geopolitical influences, and a growing global demand for energy. There were significant oil crises that affected the availability and cost of crude oil. These crises, along with geopolitical tensions in oil-producing areas, caused oil prices to spike. As our reliance on energy increased, the gasoline demand also rose, putting more upward pressure on prices. Today, these factors still play a role in determining gas prices. Geopolitical events like conflicts in oil-rich regions continue to impact oil prices. Additionally, the global shift towards renewable energy and fluctuations in supply and demand further contribute to the complex nature of gasoline pricing in the present era. And if you thought only gasoline prices were spiraling out of control, wait till you find out just how this other essential commodity has since shot up from its 1970s prices. In the 1970s, the average home cost a modest $58,500. Fast forward to today, and that number has jumped significantly to about $362,000, mainly due to a combination of factors. The rise in housing prices can be attributed to increased demand for homes, a limited supply of available housing, and the ongoing impact of inflation in the real estate market. The growing desire for homeownership has been a key factor driving up housing prices. As more individuals and families aim to own real estate, the demand for homes has surged, creating a competitive market. Simultaneously, the restricted supply of housing worsens this situation. Factors like land limitations, zoning regulations, and construction challenges contribute to a shortage of available homes, adding pressure to prices. The decrease in purchasing power over time, combined with a general increase in prices in different economic sectors, causes real estate values to go higher. Pursuing higher education was a considerably more affordable endeavor in the 70s.
Here's the second grade, here's the third grade, and there's the final.
With college tuition averaging a modest $580 per year, a sum equivalent to about $3,590 in today's dollars. However, the landscape of college costs has undergone a notable transformation since then, marked by a sharp increase primarily propelled by a combination of factors. One significant contributor to the soaring cost of college tuition is the escalation of administrative expenses. As universities and colleges expand their services, the need for administrative staff and support services has grown, adding to the overall financial burden. Facility improvements also play a role in the upward trajectory. Campuses today boast modern amenities and advanced infrastructure, but these enhancements come at a substantial cost, often passed on to students. Moreover, reduced government funding has further strained the affordability of higher education. In the face of fiscal challenges, many educational institutions have had to rely more heavily on tuition as a revenue source, placing an increased financial burden on students and their families. It's not all about the surge in college tuition. Even the cost of owning a car has seen a dramatic price increase since the 1970s. During the 1970s, the price tag on a brand new car was a modest $4,000, which, when adjusted for inflation, translates to approximately $24,800 in today's currency.
In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. Ralph Williams, the owner of Bayshore Chrysler Plymouth, 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno.
The significant increase in the cost of automobiles over the years can be attributed to a lot of factors, including advancements in technology, the incorporation of safety features, and the pervasive influence of inflation within the automotive industry. One of the primary drivers behind this escalation is the integration of advanced technology. Modern vehicles come equipped with sophisticated computer systems, cutting-edge entertainment features, and enhanced connectivity, all contributing to the overall driving experience. These technological innovations, while adding value, also add to the production costs, subsequently impacting the final retail price of automobiles. Safety features have become a paramount consideration in the automotive industry, contributing further to the increase in prices. Stringent safety standards and the incorporation of advanced safety technologies, such as airbags, anti-lock brakes, and collision avoidance systems, have become standard in contemporary vehicles. While these features enhance the safety of drivers and passengers, they also contribute to the overall cost of manufacturing. Medical care expenses were notably more affordable, with individuals paying approximately $230 each year for health insurance premiums. To put it in today's terms, that would be equivalent to roughly $1,420. The considerable surge in healthcare costs over time can be attributed to the progress of modern medical technologies, heightened administrative expenditures, and a growing demand for healthcare services. As advancements in medical treatments and technologies continue to evolve, the associated costs often rise, making healthcare more expensive for individuals and families. Additionally, the increased administrative burden on healthcare systems, coupled with the escalating demand for medical services, further contributes to the steep incline in overall healthcare expenses. While the rise in healthcare costs may already be surprising, the upcoming price increase in the next item will undoubtedly astonish you. Movie tickets were once a mere $1.50, which in today's currency would be approximately $9.30. Increased production costs have played a pivotal role in driving up ticket prices. The advent of advanced technology in filmmaking, including high-quality special effects and sophisticated production techniques, demands substantial financial investments. Additionally, inflation within the entertainment industry has contributed to the upward trend in movie ticket prices. As the overall cost of living rises, so does the expense of creating and showcasing films. These factors collectively create a scenario where moviegoers today experience higher ticket prices compared to the past. Understanding the interplay of production costs, technological advancements, and industry inflation provides insight into the dynamics influencing the affordability of movie tickets over time. In the 70s, air travel was more economical, with the average cost of a domestic flight hovering around $163.
Brings you the world's most beautiful word. You'll hear it every place we fly.
Yes! Denver, Phoenix, Reno. Yes! Burbank, San Francisco. Yes!
Equivalent to approximately $1,010 in today's monetary value. The spike in fuel costs has significantly impacted airline operational expenses, prompting them to pass on these increased costs to passengers through higher ticket prices. Additionally, stringent security measures implemented in response to evolving global threats have led to increased operational complexities and expenses for airlines, further contributing to the rise in airfares. Moreover, the surging demand for air travel, fueled by a growing population and increased global connectivity, has created a supply and demand dynamic that often results in increased ticket prices. But wait, there's more. In the past, attending concerts was more budget-friendly, with tickets priced at around $10, which translates to approximately $62 in today's terms.
Why aren't you going?
I really don't know, to tell you the truth. My wife said, I don't know, if you want tickets, I'm just going to save the money, I guess.
The surge in concert ticket prices can be attributed to several key factors. Firstly, there has been a notable increase in artist fees, with performers demanding higher compensation for their contributions. As the music industry evolves, established and emerging artists alike seek fair remuneration for their talents, impacting the overall cost of concert tickets. Additionally, production costs associated with staging elaborate and technologically advanced performances have risen, influencing ticket prices to cover these expenses. The heightened demand for live music experiences, fueled by a passionate and ever-growing audience, creates a competitive market that contributes to the upward trajectory of concert ticket prices. Recognizing the combined impact of artist fees, production costs, and increased demand provides a nuanced understanding of the forces driving the current higher prices of concert tickets. Public transportation was notably more economical in the past, with bus and subway fares averaging around $0.35, equivalent to approximately $2.17 in today's currency.
These twin lightweight cars are designed to carry 300 people in rush hour conditions at 50 miles an hour.
Inflation has played a significant role, impacting the overall cost of living and subsequently influencing transportation costs. Maintenance expenses for buses, subways, and other transit systems have also risen over time as aging infrastructure requires more extensive and costly upkeep. Additionally, increased operational expenses such as labor and fuel costs contribute to the higher fees associated with public transportation. As cities expand and populations grow, the demand for efficient and reliable transit services increases, putting additional strain on the transportation infrastructure and necessitating adjustments in fare structures. Understanding the interconnected factors of inflation, maintenance costs, and operational expenses provides insight into the dynamics shaping the current pricing of public transportation. Public transportation is often associated with inflation, but what if we told you that another everyday necessity from the 70s has undergone a price transformation that will leave you in disbelief? In the past, grocery prices were more economical, with a typical basket of goods costing around $45, now equivalent to approximately $279. Inflation has played a pivotal role, influencing the overall cost of living and impacting the prices of everyday essentials. Increased production costs within the agricultural and food industries have also contributed to the rise in grocery prices. Factors such as rising labor costs, technology investments, and the expense of complying with evolving food safety standards all play a role in driving up production costs. Additionally, higher demand for specific products, driven by changing consumer preferences and lifestyle trends, has further intensified market dynamics, affecting the pricing of certain goods. Understanding the interconnected influences of inflation, production costs, and shifting consumer demands provides a comprehensive perspective on the factors contributing to the current higher prices of grocery items. In the 1970s, the simplicity of sending mail was reflected in the cost, as mailing a letter typically set you back around $0.10, a value equivalent to approximately $0.62 in today's currency. This significantly lower postage rate made staying connected through written correspondence more economical. The postage pricing landscape has transformed over the years, and the current rates are influenced by inflation and heightened operational expenses. As economies evolve, so does the cost of maintaining an efficient postal service. In the contemporary era, factors such as advanced technology, expanded delivery networks, and increased labor costs contribute to the overall uptick in postal service prices. Although the convenience of modern postal services has improved, the shift in pricing underscores the ongoing adjustments necessary to sustain the efficiency and reliability of mailing systems in the face of evolving economic demands. Back in the 1970s, staying informed through newspapers and magazines was a more economical affair, with yearly subscriptions costing around $15, an amount equivalent to approximately $93 in today's economic landscape. This affordability made it easier for individuals to access a wealth of information through regular subscriptions. Fast forward to the present day, and the scenario has transformed. The surge in newspaper and magazine prices can be attributed to a combination of factors, including reduced advertising revenue, increased production costs, and the pervasive influence of inflation. As the media industry adapts to changing consumer habits and the digital age, traditional print publications face economic challenges that necessitate adjustments in pricing. Despite the higher costs, the continued value of well-curated content remains a driving force for those seeking reliable and in-depth information from newspapers and magazines. In the 70s, music enthusiasts could build their vinyl record collections without breaking the bank, as the average cost of a vinyl album hovered around $5.
The measure of great hi-fi components is pure sound and simple, reliable service. Now, JCPenney introduces MCS Series components,
an amount roughly equivalent to $31.50 in today's monetary terms. This accessibility allowed a broader audience to enjoy the timeless pleasure of analog music. However, the current music landscape tells a different story, with vinyl records commanding higher prices. The rise in cost can be attributed to increased production costs, the appeal of limited editions, and the allure of collector's items. Modern vinyl enthusiasts often find themselves investing more in their passion, driven by the desire to own exclusive releases and unique editions that add both rarity and value to their collections. As the music industry continues to evolve, the appreciation for vinyl records endures, alongside a shift in economic dynamics and a focus on quality and uniqueness. But we're not just talking about music records. Even the cost of consumer electronics has skyrocketed since the 1970s. Consumer electronics experienced a golden era of affordability in the 1970s, with radios, televisions, and early computers being notably cheaper. Back then, the average cost of these gadgets hovered around $500, equivalent to approximately $3,100 today. This price discrepancy reflects a time when technological marvels were more accessible to a broader demographic. Fast forward to today, and we witness a significant shift in the consumer electronics landscape. Technological advancements and the incorporation of enhanced features have played a role in the escalating costs. Additionally, inflation has exerted its influence, contributing to the higher price tags we see on modern electronic devices. The evolution of consumer electronics pricing over the years underscores the dynamic interplay between innovation, features, and economic factors, shaping the accessibility and cost of these essential technological tools for individuals and households. Back in the 1970s, landline telephone services were remarkably more affordable, with monthly bills averaging around $7, which, when adjusted for inflation, equates to roughly $43.40 today.
But data phone service helps speed information to a computer in seconds.
This stark difference in cost can be attributed to various factors. Technological advancements over the years have led to more sophisticated and feature-rich phone systems, contributing to increased service costs. The expansion and maintenance of modern telecommunication infrastructure also come with a substantial price tag. In the 1970s, the simplicity of the landline system and the limited range of services offered allowed for more economical pricing. As communication technologies evolved, the demand for enhanced capabilities, such as internet connectivity and advanced features, has driven up the overall expenses associated with telephone services. Thus, the significant disparity in pricing highlights the intersection of technological progress, expanded services, and the subsequent rise in the cost of maintaining a crucial aspect of our connected world. In the 1970s, household furniture was much more affordable, with a complete living room set costing around $700, equivalent to roughly $4,340 today.
You've got an uncle in the furniture business, Joshua Dorr.
The notable increase in pricing over the years is mainly due to higher production costs, driven by increased expenses in materials, labor, and manufacturing processes. Changing design preferences have also played a role, with modern styles often incorporating more intricate and specialized features, adding to the overall cost of contemporary furniture pieces. Additionally, inflation has had a cumulative impact on pricing across various industries, including the furniture sector. The significant difference in affordability between the 1970s and today highlights how production costs, design trends, and economic factors interact to influence the pricing of essential household items. In the 70s, clothing came with a more modest price tag, exemplified by the fact that a designer dress could be acquired for around $50, equivalent to approximately $310 in today's valuation. Heightened production costs, stemming from the increased expenses related to materials, labor, and manufacturing processes, have significantly impacted the overall cost of clothing. The burgeoning importance of brand value in the fashion industry is another influential factor, with renowned labels commanding higher prices for their products. Moreover, the pervasive impact of inflation on the economy has led to a general rise in consumer prices, including those of clothing. The stark contrast in pricing between the 1970s and today underscores the multifaceted nature of the variables influencing the cost of apparel, reflecting changes in production dynamics, brand dynamics, and economic trends. During the 1970s, essential utilities such as electricity, water, and gas were notably more economical, commanding an average monthly expenditure of $75, which, when adjusted for inflation, aligns with approximately $465 in today's monetary terms. The contrast in pricing underscores a bygone era when households benefited from more affordable utility bills, fostering greater financial ease. The evolution of utility costs over time can be ascribed to several factors. Rising demand for these services necessitated infrastructure upgrades to accommodate a growing population, and the pervasive influence of inflation has collectively propelled utility prices to their present heights. This economic shift reflects the intricate interplay of societal needs, technological advancements, and the ongoing impact of inflation on the cost of fundamental amenities from the 1970s to the contemporary era. Wondering what else was accessible in the 70s without breaking your piggy bank? Keep watching to find out. Attending professional sports games was a more budget-friendly affair back in the 70s, with tickets averaging a mere $5, equivalent to about $31 in today's currency when adjusted for inflation. This stark contrast in pricing reflects a time when sports enthusiasts could enjoy live events without breaking the bank. The escalating salaries of professional players, the substantial costs associated with maintaining and upgrading stadiums, and the heightened demand for live sports experiences all contribute to the present-day increase in ticket prices. The evolving economics of the sports industry underscore the significant shifts in player compensation, infrastructure investment, and the growing appetite for immersive fan experiences, emphasizing the considerable transformation in the cost dynamics of attending sporting events from the 1970s to the contemporary era. Indulging in fast food was a pocket-friendly experience in the 70s, as a complete meal cost approximately $1, translating to around $6.20 today. This era reflected a time when grabbing a quick and inexpensive bite was more accessible for many. The subsequent rise in fast food prices can be traced to various factors shaping the current economic landscape. Mounting labor costs, fluctuations in ingredient prices, and a surge in demand collectively contribute to the upward trajectory of fast food prices. The changing dynamics of the fast food industry underscore the challenges posed by increased operational expenses and the evolving consumer preferences that have led to adjustments in pricing over the years, marking a notable transformation in the affordability of this convenient dining option from the 1970s to the present day.